students. How are you? I hope you all are fine. So let's start our class. Now in this chapter, chapter 6, factors and multiple, today we are going to discuss the last topic our, that is divisibility rule. Yeah. Now, what do you mean by the divisibility rule, the rule of divisibility? It means that the rule which help us to determine whether the number is divisible by another number without carrying out the division process is known as divisibility rule. Now there are different divisibility rules for different numbers. So let us study about it. So first we are going to learn about divisibility by 2. The rules speak about that if the unit place of a number has even digit, that is 0, 2, 4, 6 and 8, then the number is completely divisible by 2. So we will understand it by the help of example. Let us take one example, 246. Now here in the ones place, what the number is given here? Yeah, here on the ones place the number is 6, and you know that 6 is an even number. Now if 6 is an even number, so it means that according to the rule that 246 is divisible by 2. It means that if we are going to divide 246 by 2, we are going to get the remainder as 0. Okay, yeah. Now let us take one more example, 353. Now here in the unit place, what's the number is there? Yeah, 3, and which is an odd number. And it means that odd number is it means that if we divide this number by 2, the remainder will be left. Therefore, 353 is not divisible by 2. So the divisibility rule is that on the ones place, unit place, it should has an even number. Now we are going to learn the next divisibility rule by 3. Now the rule state that if the sum of all digits is divisible by 3, then the number is divisible by 3. So let us take one example to understand it more clearly. Now we take an example as 309. Now 309, there are 3 digits, 3, 0 and 9. So what we are going to do? We are going to sum all the digits. 3 plus 0 plus 9 will be how much? 12. Yes. And you know that 12 is divisible by 3. Yeah. So 309 will be also divisible by 3. It means that 309 is divisible by 3 and the remainder of the left will be 0. So this is a simple and easiest method. By seeing the number and you just add all the digits, you can tell whether that number is divisible by 3 or not. Now this was about divisibility by 3. Now let us read about divisibility of 6. The rule states that if the number is divisible by 2 and 3, then the number is divisible by 6. It means that if the number follow the rule of 2 and 3 both, then only it is divisible by 6. So let us take one example. Suppose I am taking the number 306. Now what the divisibility rule state that the unit place number should be even number. Here 6 is there and 6 is an even number. So it satisfies the divisibility rule of 2. It means that 306 is divisible by 2. Now the divisibility rule of 3 is that sum of all digits should be divisible by 3. So I am going to add all the 3 digits in 306. 3 plus 0 plus 6. So what the sum? 9. And you know that 9 is divisible by 3. So we can say that 306 is divisible by 3. Now see here, this 306, it is divisible by both 2 and 3. So we can say that 306 is also divisible by 6. Yeah. So it was about the divisibility of 6. Now the next we are going to learn about divisibility of 9. Like 3 only, it is also same. Here also we do sum of all digits. Okay. So the rule state that if sum of the digit is exactly divisible by 9, then the number is also divisible by 9. So Let us take one example to clear this concept. Suppose I take the number 918. So what we are going to do? Yeah, very good. We are going to sum all the digits. So I'm going to sum 9 plus 1 plus 8 will be how much? Yeah, 18. Yeah, very good. It means that you know that 18 is divisible by 9. So we can say that 918 is divisible by 9. So students, it's so simple that by the divisibility rule, without dividing only, you can tell that which number is divisible by which number. Now, let us move further. Now we are going to see the divisibility rule of 5. The rule is that if the digit of unit number is 0 or 5, what is there? 0 or 5, then the number is divisible by 5. So we will do it by one example. Let us take the number 4375. Now here in the unit place, which number is there? Yeah, you can see that here in the unit place, 5 is there. So according to a rule, what we can say that this number 4375 is divisible by 5. But if I write here some another number, suppose 4374, 2, 3, then since in that there is a no 5 in the one unit place, it will be not divisible by 5. Now, let us move further. Now we are going to see the divisibility rule of 10. It is one of the most simplest rule. It states that if the number has 0 in its unit place, then the number is divisible by 10. Simple, that what in the unit place it should have 0. Let us take one example. I've taken 4300. Here in the unit place, what number is there? Yeah, 0 is there. So we can say that 4300 is divisible by 10. Simple. Now let us move further. We will take the one more example, 4355. Now here in the unit place, what number is there? 5. And what the rule state that? There should be only 0 should be there. So we can say that 4355, it is not divisible by 10. Yeah, I hope students you will understand all the divisibility rule. Now let us move further. Now we are going to learn about divisibility of 4. It rules state that if the last two digits of a number, last two digits is divisible by 4 or the number contains 0, 0 in those two places, then the number would be divisible by 4. So we are going to understand it with the help of example. Let us take the example 5612. In this number, see what is there in the last two digits? Yeah, the last two digit is 12. And you know that 12 is divisible by 4. Yeah, 12 is divisible by 4. We get the remainder 0. It means that 5612 is divisible by 4. Simple. Yeah, very good students. Now, let us move further now. Now we are going to learn the divisibility rule of 8. In 4, what we have seen? The last two digits should be divisible by 4. Similarly, in the divisibility rule of 8, if the last 3 digit is divisible by 8 or the number contains 0 in the last 3 digits, then the number would be divisible by 8. Let us take the example to understand it more clearly. Suppose I have taken the number 4928. So here the last 3 digit is what? Yeah, it is 968. Okay, now what we are going to do? Now I'm going to divide this number with the 8. Okay, now 968. You know, so let's see here. 8 ones are 8. Okay, now here 1 is left. Now here I'm going to put down this 16. Then 8 twos are 16. Again here the 0. Now now I'm going to bring the 8 downstairs. Now 8 ones are 8. Now see the remainder is 0. What we say that 968 is divisible by 8. So it means that our number 4968, 4000 is also divisible by 8. Okay. Now the next number we are going to learn is about divisibility rule of 7. Now it said that we are going to take a number and we are going to double its last digit. So first we are going to take one example. Let us take the number 1073. Here the last digit is 3. So what we are going to do? We are going to multiply this number by 2. So what we are going to get? 3 2s are 6. This is the first step. Second, it said that now subtract this double number from the rest of the digit of the original number. Now what are the rest digit here? The rest digit here is 107. So we are going to subtract 107 by 6. So what we are going to get? 101. Now we are going to do the same process again. Now what we are going to do? Again we are going to multiply the 1 by 2. The last digit by 2. We get the 2. Now we are going to subtract it by the remaining number and we get 8. Now 8 we get. Now if we divide the 8 by 7, what will happen? The remainder 1 will be left. Now the remainder is left. It means that this number 1073 is not divisible by 7. Okay. We do this process till we get the remainder 0. But here the remainder is left. So the number is not divisible by 7. Okay. Now the last divisibility rule is of 11. Okay. For it state that the rule is for any number, find out the sum of digit in the odd places and the sum of digit in the even places. Okay. Then after that, if the difference between them, the sum of digit at odd places and the sum of digit in even places is 0, 11 or the multiple of 11, then the number will be divisible by 11. To clear the concept, let us solve one example. Suppose I have taken the number 3784. Here we are going to see the numbers. Okay. Now the sum of odd places. Here the odd places are 3 and 8. So 3 plus 8 is 11. Now the sum of even places. Even places is 7 and 4. We are going to count the places. We are not going to see the number. Okay. 7 and 4. So 7 plus 4 is 11. Now what we are going to do? We are going to find the difference. Now difference is 0. I told you the difference we get, if it is 0 or the multiple of 11, it means that that number is divisible by 11. We get the difference 0, it means that 3784 is divisible by 11. I hope students you have understand all the divisibility rule 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 7 and 11. Okay, now let us do one assessment so that you can recall what you have learned. Okay, my first question is, tell me which of the following number is divisible by 2. If you remember the divisibility rule of 2, by seeing the number you can easily tell, and your option is 23, 45, 42 and 53. If you know the answer, just write in comment box. Yeah, very good students. If you have given the option 3, 42, it means that you are correct. Your second question is, which of the following is divisible by 10? Now just recall the divisibility rule of 10. What is there? Yeah, the ones place should be 0. Now here just see your options are 48, 35, 50 and 26. Yeah, if you have given the option third, 50, it means that you are correct. Now your last question is, which of the following is divisible by 5? Remember the divisibility rule of 5? That the ones place, unit place should be 0 or 5. And your option are 56, 36, 45 and 48. Yeah, if you've given the option 3, 45, it means that you are correct. Students, I hope you have understand the divisibility rule and you are going to use it in your division process also. Okay, thank you.